Testimonial,
The
right?
heart-to-heart hug. That's what you talking about.
Yeah, you've got to have heart to heart.
Okay, show us that. We need to see
Basically,
that.
the hearts in our bodies are slightly aligned to the left of us. So if mine's over here to the left and hers is over there, we hug this way. We kind of
See my heart.
And you know what? There's a hug that's going around. We all know about it. It's like one of these the straight boys. What's up, dog?
Oh yeah, this way, right?
And sometimes it's almost like hurts. Some of them do it, you know?
And then they hit.
Yeah.
That's always tough.
You know? So if you really care for somebody, you love them as a friend and as his fellow human being, you line up your hearts, put your heads to the right, you hug, you say God bless you, and you pray for them. And your two hearts are actually just beating right opposite each other. And there's a little bit of brain tissue. They've now found that there's a little bit of cerebral matter in the heart. So our hearts do make decisions for us. You know, if we listen to it, that's the key. That's why the heart-to-heart hug is so important.
And you know what I realized? I didn't tell you this yet, but I realized something. Bobby's the only person that I always hug on that side. When I hug him, I get into him like that. And I didn't notice that until, so I always hug him and I grab him like that.
Yeah.
That way. He's the only person everybody else I go like that. But now I'm conscious of like, oh, I want to do, you know, heart to heart.
You want to teach them all.
Yeah.
Because Bobby's you'll see Bobby later, we'll get hold of him. Bobby's a very special person. He's got musical talents. You telling me he does all the flowers around the house?
He does. And the flowers that you see, he does them. Yeah.
So for a big masculine guy, because he's big and muscular, I mean, his arms are probably thicker than mine, to be honest. I'm trimming down. He's actually, you know, extremely sensitive. And that's the consciousness that we're moving into today, you know. Big, muscular, masculine men should be expressing their sensitive side, you know, exploring the feminine. As we go into the 2012 era, the key is we as masculine men that went around destroying and building companies really need to start feeling what we did to Mother Earth and getting back into a feminine understanding. Because when we were first born, we were both the male sperm and the female egg that unified. And both of us, we just have a slight different, as a gender, we have a slight different disposition on it, but both of us contain both elements. And yet we became ashamed as men of the element that was female, so we hypermasculine, you know, hypermasculinized, if that's the word, ourselves, and then the culture became dominated by that behavior. So now, the real blessed spirits like Bobby that we meet in life tend to have, you know, gone into themselves and figured out that they should be expressing both sides.
Yeah, and that's actually something that always bothered me. I didn't think it was fair that men didn't get to express, I mean, because we all get hurt, and I saw what, you know, you can see what it does, and I just don't think it's very fair. And the same thing with women. I think, like for instance, that's one of the things that I didn't tell that part, that allowed me to walk him across the sand like that. I thought to myself, what if he was ever, like, I thought of like a fire in a building, and I would take him out. I would take him out. There's no way I would not take him out of there. So I said, I put myself in that state, and so I think it's both. It's being able to, when I met him, I allowed him to treat me like a woman, and I didn't really always do that before. I was like, no, I got to do everything, and you know, you can't let, and that doesn't really, you know, that doesn't work. I think there needs to be a balance.
Balance of both energies.
And you kind of play your role, but then that person knows that, you know, the man can be sensitive, the woman can be strong, vice versa. And to be able to be a full, a whole person.
Okay, last question.
Yeah.
Is trainer the right word?
You know what? No, actually. I mean, that's one element. I would say he has to come up with his own little word.
Good.
Like
that's a challenge for Marcus.
Yeah, no, I think because it doesn't.
Do you know what my word is?
What's your word?
Ready for it?
Yeah.
Are you really ready? I'm a fairy. I float into your life. I bring you chocolate.
He's a fitness fairy.
Wait, where's this one?
The fitness fairy. I float into your life.
You have to have your wand.
I bring you chocolate shakes.
Exactly. That's right.
And I bring you lots of fun and happiness and joy, and say it's okay, dance in the sun, naked and have happiness and joy, and get in shape and be ripped and happy and full of energy.
Oh yeah, he has us take our I love sprinting in my bare feet on the grass. I love it. He first said it, I was like, okay, I'll try that. And man, you're running and you just feel like, it's just amazing. It's amazing. And then I think to myself, this is something so simple. Why don't we do this more? But thank God, you know, He's leading us down that path.
Well, you know what? I'm pretty
Simplicity.
blessed. It was David Wolf who told me that. Get your feet on the ground.
Oh,
You know.
so great. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David Wolf. We love
David
you.
Wolf.
David
We
Wolf,
love you.
I
I've never even met you, and I love you to death.
Exactly. And so I was blessed. I've been going around. Nick Good as well. What's up? What's up, Nick? Love you too.
Hi, Nick.
When we travel this world, you get to take little nuggets and leaves out of all these masters. And so the goal, even with Organic Life and Fitness, which Vince is helping me put together, is to get the messages of all these masters together as one big mastermind. And I'm happy to present them all so that people can get this information. Like, go to Organic Life Fitness, you get so much wisdom.
That's right.
You know, because we're at an age now where we want to condense wisdom and get it downloaded quickly. If we recognize that the truth is that this brain here is more powerful than the most powerful Macintosh computer. And you watch what a Mac does.
We created the Macintosh
Yeah,
computer.
we created it from us. And it can upload programs and start activating them so that you can utilize it for a mouse. Well, we have the Mac up here, way more powerful. And then we have an Android, which is called the body, or the abode, in which our spirit dwells. So we are a spirit in this abode. And if we figure out how to actualize it, use it the way we want it to be used, and then we have this ability to serve the world as a spirit dwelling in a strong body with tons of data. And that's the key. Getting the data in, actualizing it, practice, gnosis, and intelligence. And so that's really what I want to serve. I want to assist everybody with that.
Couple deep breaths.
Let's do it.
Come on.
Spirit breath.
As we breathe in the breath of light, we know that even through the placebo effect of it, we are changing ourselves on a subatomic level. So just tell yourself, you're breathing in God's breath. If you don't like the word God, use the word the universe of light energy. If you don't like that word, use the word you're breathing in the essence of Jesus or Buddha.
Make up your own.
That's it. Make up your own. Make it up.
It's just a word.
As long
It's
as,
an
it's,
idea.
as long as it's positive and loving and light. You love yourself, it actualizes.
Oh, Noel, you want to? He gave us a word.
Kitty.
There we
He's
go.
doing the breathe. He likes our breathing.
Tell me
Breathe
what-
in.